everyone, and welcome to a debut series, the ASMR Trivia Game. This is just like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, except at the end of the trivia, you win nothing except the sweet sensation of sleep. At least that's the idea. Very simply explained, I will read the questions, provide 4 possible answers, and then give you a moment to reply internally, presumably, in your head. You could say it out loud. Just don't wake the neighbors up. You can tally up the points in your head if you like, and I'd be curious to know how you did. It is possible, however, that you fall asleep or simply just want something to have to listen to while you're trying to doze off, and that's okay. There is no theme in this particular debut edition of ASMR Trivia, but maybe I will adopt a theme for future episodes. The trivia questions and answers come from trivia.fyi. Let's start with question number 1. In the Walt Disney film Pinocchio, what is the name of the giant whale? A. Monstro, B. Geppetto, C. Willie, D. Moby Dick. In the film Pinocchio, what is the name of the giant whale? Monstro, Geppetto, Willie, or Moby Dick? The answer is A. Monstro. Did you get off to a good start, I wonder? Question 2. Due to the extreme difficulty of ascent, what mountain is nicknamed the Savage Mountain? A. Bjornsson, B. Clegane, C. K2, or D. A1? Is it Bjornsson, Clegane, K2, or A1? The answer is C, K2. You didn't answer Clegane, did you? Because, of course, on Game of Thrones you have Sir Gregor Clegane, known as the Mountain, and the actor who plays him is Halfbor Bjornsson. All 6'9" of him. Next trivia question. What is the most abundant chemical element in the universe? A. Hydrogen, B. Oxygen, C. Carbon, or D. Neon? What is the most abundant chemical element in the universe? Is it hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, or neon? I'll give you a couple more seconds. The answer is A. Hydrogen. Next question. Nolan Bushnell, co-founder of Atari, also founded what pizza chain? A. Papa John's, B. Chuck E. Cheese, C. Domino's, or D. Pizza Hut? The co-founder of Atari, Nolan Bushnell, did he find, or was he the founder for Papa John's, Chuck E. Cheese, Domino's, or Pizza Hut? The answer is B. Chuck E. Cheese. I did not know that before looking it up. What a career you have to be the founder of both Atari and Chuck E. Cheese, huh? Next question. In 1954, Ann Hodges from Oak Grove, Alabama, became the first person in recorded history to be struck by what? I'll repeat the question. In 1954, Ann Hodges from Oak Grove, Alabama, became the first person in recorded history to be struck by what? Was it lightning? Was it a senior citizen riding a scooter? Was it a coconut? Or was it a meteorite? What struck Ann Hodges in Oak Grove, Alabama in 1954? As I take a sip of my tea and give you a moment. The answer is D, a meteorite. And I will read a little bit of context here. The Sylacauga meteorite fell on November 30th, 1954 in Oak Grove, Alabama. It is commonly called the Hodges meteorite because a fragment of it struck Anne Elizabeth Fowler Hodges. The Sylacauga meteorite is the first documented extraterrestrial object to have injured a human being. The grapefruit-sized fragment crashed through the roof of a farmhouse, bounced off a large wooden console radio, and hit Hodges while she napped on a couch. The 34-year-old woman was badly bruised on one side of her body but was able to walk. The event received worldwide publicity. Did you know the answer to that question beforehand, or did you guess? Next up. On June 16th, 1963, which Soviet cosmonaut became the first woman in space? A. Valentina Tereshkova. B. Yuri Yurislova. C. Svetlana Savitskaya. Or D. Yelena Serova. I don't speak Russian, so I'm sure my pronunciation is horrid. Again, the answers are Valentina Tereshkova, A. B. Yuri Yurislova. C. Svetlana Savitskaya. Or D. Yelena Serova. The answer is A. Valentina Tereshkova. I'll give you a little bit of context. Valentina Tereshkova is a retired Soviet cosmonaut, engineer, and current member of the Russian State Duma. She is the first woman to have flown in space with a solo mission on the Vostok 6 on June 16, 1963. Tereshkova also became the first civilian to fly in space, as she was only honorarily inducted into the Soviet Air Force in order to join the cosmonaut corps. Before her recruitment as a cosmonaut, Tereshkova was a textile factory assembly worker and an amateur skydiver. So, to go from a textile factory assembly to the first female cosmonaut, Soviet or Russian, is pretty incredible. Okay, next question. Every Major League Baseball team retired uniform number 42 to honor what barrier-breaking player? Was it A. Tony Gwynn, B. Joe DiMaggio, C. Jackie Robinson, or D. Dontrelle Willis? Every Major League Baseball team retired number 42 to honor which barrier-breaking player? Tony Gwynn, Joe DiMaggio, Jackie Robinson, or Dontrelle Willis? The answer is C. Jackie Robinson. Robinson broke the baseball color line when the Brooklyn Dodgers started him at first base on April 15, 1947. When the Dodgers signed Robinson, they heralded the end of racial segregation in professional baseball that had relegated black players to the Negro Leagues since the 1880s. Robinson was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. It was in 1997 that Major League Baseball retired his uniform number 42 across all Major League teams. There you go. Next question. Harry, Niall, Lewis, Liam, and Zayn auditioned for the X Factor as soloists, but competed together as what group? A. The Jonas Brothers. B. NSYNC. C. One Direction. Or D. The Backstreet Boys. Harry, Niall, Lewis, Liam, Zayn. What do they compete as a group? The answer is C. One Direction. Personally, not that much of a fan of their music as One Direction, but definitely Niall and I think it's Niall and Zayn have had a couple songs that are okay as soloists. Next up. Ganymede, the largest moon in our solar system, belongs to which planet? Is it A. Jupiter, B. Mars, C. Venus, or D. Mercury? Ganymede. Largest moon in our solar system, to which planet does it belong? Is it Jupiter, Mars, Venus, or Mercury? The answer is A. Jupiter. Ganymede is Jupiter's largest moon and also the largest moon in the solar system. Ganymede was discovered in 1610 by astronomer Galileo Galilei, as named for the mythical Greek son of a king who was carried to the sky by Zeus, posing as an eagle. The diameter for this moon is 5,262.4 kilometers, and the mass is 1.48 times 10 to the 23rd power kilograms. Next question. What Winter Olympic sport features stones, sheets, pebbles, and houses? A. Curling. B. Bobsled. C. Ice hockey. D. Nordic skiing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is curling. Curling. I have a friend of mine who loves curling for some reason. He loves watching curling during the Winter Olympics. Curling for me is not exactly my thing, although now I know a little bit more about strategy and all that, so I have a little bit of more appreciation for the sport, but it's not something that I really enjoy that much. I'm going to take a sip of tea before the next question. Okay. Next question. Let me see here. Okay. Gordon Matthew Thomas Summer, the English musician, singer, songwriter, and actor, is better known by what name? Is it A. Bono? Is it B. Slash? C. Gunter? Or D. Sting? Gordon Matthew Thomas Summer. The answer is D. Sting. Yeah. Appearing on the show in 1982, who was the youngest person to ever host Saturday Night Live? Was it A. Alec Baldwin, B. Tracy Morgan, C. Macaulay Culkin, or D. Drew Barrymore? 1982, the youngest person to ever host Saturday Night Live. Baldwin, Morgan, Culkin, or Barrymore? The answer is D. Drew Barrymore. I believe she was 7 when she hosted Saturday Night Live in 1982. What is the only territory of the mainland Americas that is still part of a European country? A. Cirque du Soleil. B. Le Crêpe. C. French Guiana or Guyane. Or D. Suriname, which might be pronounced Suriname. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The only territory of the mainland Americas that is still part of a European country: Cirque du Soleil, Le Crêpe, French Guiana, or Suriname. The answer, of course, is C, French Guiana, or Guyane. I don't know how to pronounce it. Guyane, maybe. French Guiana is an overseas department and region of France on the North Atlantic coast of South America in the Guyanas. It borders Brazil to the east and south and Suriname to the west. Since 1981, when Belize became independent, French Guiana has been the only territory of the mainland Americas that is still part of a European country. Next trivia question. Who directed the 1980 horror film The Shining? A. Guillermo del Toro. B. Martin Scorsese. C. Alfonso Cuarón. Or was it D. Stanley Kubrick? The Shining. Here's Johnny. Jack Nicholson. Guillermo del Toro, Scorsese, Cuarón, or Kubrick? The answer is D. Stanley Kubrick. Well, apparently Kubrick was a real jerk on set, especially with the female lead, the woman who plays Wendy. She apparently was kind of scarred from that. So, great film, but I can't necessarily see it the right way, knowing that he was seemingly very abusive. Allegedly, I'm not sure. I mean, this is my limited understanding of the production during that film. Okay, next question. What is the most common type of star found in the Milky Way? Is it a yellow dwarf, a red dwarf, a blue dwarf, or a pink dwarf? So the most common type of star found in the Milky Way: yellow dwarf, red dwarf, blue dwarf, or pink? The answer is B, red dwarf. A red dwarf is a small and cool star on the main sequence of M spectral type. Red dwarfs range in mass from about 0.075 to about 0.50 solar mass and have a surface temperature of less than 4,000 K. Red dwarfs are by far the most common type of star in the Milky Way, at least in the neighborhood of the Sun. But because of their low luminosity, individual red dwarfs cannot be easily observed. From Earth, not one is visible to the naked eye. So there you go. Next trivia question. Leonardo da Vinci's 15th century mural, The Last Supper, is located in what city? A. Venice. B. Naples. C. Milan. Or D. Genoa. Maybe it's Genoa. Genoa. Yeah, I think you say Genoa. The Last Supper, what city is it located in? Is it in Venice? Is it in Naples? Is it in Milan? Or is it in Genoa? The answer is C, Milan. The Last Supper measures 460 centimeters by 880 centimeters, or 180 inches by 350 inches, and covers an end wall of the dining hall at the monastery of Santa Maria della Grazia in Milan, Italy. The theme was a traditional one for refectories, although the room was not a refectory at the time that Leonardo painted it. Next trivia question. Formerly the world's tallest building, what is the name of Taipei's largest skyscraper? Is it A, LOL, B, 101, C, Toto, or D, the tall building at Taipei? So this was formerly the world's tallest building. What is the name of Taipei's largest skyscraper? LOL, 101, Toto, or the tall building at Taipei? The answer is B, 101. Taipei 101, sometimes stylized Taipei 1, okay, formerly known as the Taipei World Financial Center, is a landmark super tall skyscraper in Xinji District, Taipei, Taiwan. The building was officially classified as the world's tallest from its opening in 2004 until the 2010 completion of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Its elevators, capable of 60.6 kilometers an hour, or 37.7 miles per hour, used to transport passengers from the 5th to 89th floor in 37 seconds, set new records. Next question. In basketball, what is the term used when a player reaches double digits in 3 of 5 statistical categories? Okay, I'll repeat it. In basketball, what is the term used when a player reaches double digits in 3 of 5 statistical categories? Is it A, tress, B, third time's the charm, C, three's company, or D, triple-double? Tress, third time's the charm, three's company, or triple-double? The answer is D, triple-double. The most common type of triple-double occurs when a player reaches double digits for points. So let's say 10 points, rebounds, 10 rebounds, and assists. Although every now and then I think Hassan Whiteside for the Heat last year, I think he had a triple-double with points, rebounds, and blocks, which is a very difficult feat. Very difficult. Okay. So I believe we have a couple of questions left. I think we have a couple of questions. Maybe 2 or 3. So let's get to the good stuff. What is the name of the meringue-based cake believed to have been created in honor of a Russian ballerina? Is it A, pavlova, B, flan, C, ice cream cake, or D, rum cake? Meringue-based cake believed to have been created in honor of a Russian ballerina. This one should be obvious. The answer is A, pavlova. Pavlova is a meringue-based cake named after the Russian ballerina Anna Pavlova. It is a meringue dessert with a crisp crust and soft, light inside, usually topped with fruit and whipped cream. The dessert is believed to have been created in honor of a dancer either during or after one of her tours to Australia and New Zealand in the 1920s. The nationality of its creator has been a source of argument between the two nations for many years. So, New Zealand and Australia are beefing about who created Pavlova. Okay, up next. Which Korean martial art literally means the way of the foot and fist? Is it A, subok, B, taekwondo, C, judo, or D, Hokkaido? Which Korean martial art literally means the way of the foot and fist? Subok, taekwondo, judo, or Hokkaido? The answer is B, taekwondo. Taekwondo is a Korean martial art characterized by its emphasis on head-height kicks, jumping and spinning kicks, and fast kicking techniques. Taekwondo is a combative sport and was developed during the 1940s and 50s by Korean martial artists with experience in martial arts such as karate, Chinese martial arts, and indigenous Korean martial art traditions such as Taeknyan, Subak, and Gwangbyup. Next question. Originally from Quebec, what food comes from the local French slang word for a mess? Is it A, souvlaki, B, meringue, C, crepe, or D, poutine? Originally from Quebec, what food comes from the local slang word for mess? Is it souvlaki? Is it meringue? Is it crepe? Or is it poutine? The answer is D, poutine. Poutine is a dish originating from the Canadian province of Quebec, consisting of French fries and cheese curds topped with a brown gravy. Now, if you've listened to me basically since the beginning, you know that I lived in Canada for a few years, and one of the joys of living in Canada was having easy access to poutine, after a night out with your buddies or whatever it may be, or let's say you just want to, kind of pig out a little bit. And here in the U.S. so far, I live in the Southeast, I really haven't been able to find anywhere that replicates poutine, which for me is surprising because the concept of poutine is so simple. You would think that they'd be able to replicate it, but I'm sure if I lived in the Northeast, it'd be different. I'm sure in the Northeast they have some fantastic poutine. All right. Okay, now I do think we only have about one or two left. Which European country has the longest coastline? Spain, France, Italy, Norway. Which European country has the longest coastline? Is it A, Spain, B, France, C, Italy, or D, Norway? The answer is D, Norway. Okay, next one. What now retired NBA player starred in the 1996 movie Kazam? A, Shaquille O'Neal, B, Charles Barkley, C, Michael Jordan, or D, Sean Bradley? 1996 film Kazam. All the players I just mentioned are retired, so you can't cherry pick based on that. Movie Kazam. Was it Shaq? Was it Charles Barkley? Was it Michael Jordan? Or was it Sean Bradley? The answer is A, Shaquille O'Neal. And the film has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes, which for me is kind of shocking because I remember enjoying it as a kid. Now, I think at the time it came out, I was only like, I don't know, 5 or something like that. I don't know. I was probably between like 4 and 7. I don't, because I obviously didn't watch it in theaters. That's why I'm not confused about when I was born. I'm confused about when I watched it on home, on a VCR the first time. And yeah, I don't know. I was probably like 4, 7, maybe 8 at the oldest. I liked it, but I'm biased because I've always liked Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, this is the last question of round 1 of ASMR trivia. So if you're asleep, you can't answer. If you're awake, get to bed. I'm surprised my meandering on and on about these trivia questions hasn't put you to bed yet. But most brands of the liquor soju are made in which country? Is it A, China, B, Japan, C, Indonesia, or D, South Korea? Soju. Most brands of this liquor are made where? China, Japan, Indonesia, or South Korea? The answer is D, South Korea. South Korea. So, I'd love to know how you performed during the first round of ASMR trivia. I'd love to know your thoughts on the new series. You can always email me by sending a message to hello@sleepandrelaxasmr.com. That's all for this episode. Thanks as always for listening, and take care.